People who know nothing about Buddhism imagine that practice precedes awakening. The person puts in, as it were, the hard yards of practice, and in that way they can scale the mountain of enlightenment, acquire a evolved consciousness or similar narcissistic drivel. In Buddhism, one of the fundamental ideas is bodhicitta, so awakening the aspiration for practice. And in another sense, certainly in the Chinese tradition, there's the idea of original awakening, that in some sense all beings originally possess a Buddha nature, but somehow that this has been covered over. And certainly the word faith in some texts, such as the Verses of Faith Mind or Awakening of Faith in the Mahayana, the faith that's talked about is faith in that underlying quality of Buddha nature. But in a more prosaic way, people don't just start practice on an arbitrary basis. Just say, oh, well, maybe this is true, maybe it's not, I'll just try it and see how it goes. No. People have an insight, however partial or incomplete or transient, that they're not in control of their own lives in the way that they think they are, that their lives are like a dream, like an accident in fog, like a cascade, and that awakening to the interdependence of life, the impermanence of life, takes them into practice. And because that awakening is true, because that's actually how things are, then in a sense, once they're in that stream of practice, we stay there. And so in a sense, original awakening, or the first glimpse of awakening, is identical to complete and perfect awakening, even if temporarily or in other senses they may be very far apart. It's for that reason that in chapter 37 of Dogen Shobogenzo, Shinjin Jakudo, at least in the Nishijima translation, Dogen starts that chapter with a very surprising sentence. He says, "The Buddha's truth is such that if we intend not to practice the truth, we cannot attain it. And if we intend not to learn the truth, it becomes more and more distant." So it's a reversal of what we would think is normal. So we think, oh no, I have to intend to seek the Buddha's truth. But Dogen's saying, no, because the Buddha's truth is reality, then you have to intend not to. So you have to put it poetically, make yourself into a demon or a hungry ghost or an animal or some other being, to set yourself against that reality of interdependence and impermanence. Therefore, in your practice, although you experience the endless noise, you also sometimes experience a great spaciousness. And in your life, you will experience many, many, many states. You should understand that without you forming a clear intention not to pursue the Buddha's truth, then everything is your ally.